Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com. Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. Check out their 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. It is a special bonus episode of the Lunch Bunch as we are fast approaching the kickoff for the 36th annual Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic. And I am joined in studio by a Kora Shriner who also serves on the Board of Governors for the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic and also serves on the Board of Governors for the Shriners Hospital in Boston. Bernie McAllister, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having us here, Mark. It's a great opportunity to talk a little bit about this great event that's coming up on Saturday.
This event is taking place on Saturday, July 18th at Lewiston High School. Kickoff at 3 p.m.
Kickoff, opening ceremony, I would say. Kickoff will probably closer to 3:45 to 4, somewhere in that vicinity. But yes, introductions and field activities will start in earnest on around 3 o'clock.
Coming up in just a bit, we're going to be joined on the phone by an Oak Hill High School football player, PJ Smith, a standout running back, wide receiver, and defensive back. So we'll bring PJ in as soon as he gets on the line here. But I'd love to just pick your brain a little bit, Bernie, about some of the history of this event and how you have seen it grow throughout the years.
Yeah, sure. So, when the Lobster Bowl first started, it was started in about 1989, and they had a game down in southern Maine at Thornton Academy, and then it went to Orono for a year, and back to Thornton Academy, and then back to Orono, and then they settled on Biddeford High School field for the next probably 25 years or so, a long time it was there, and then eventually we moved to Thornton Academy for a little while, couple of years, and then we've settled on Lewiston, which has been a really great opportunity for us, for several reasons. One is that it's more centrally located, but it's also the home of Kora Shrine. Right. And so it's right in our backyard. It gives us an opportunity to use our building as a logistical starting point for some things, luncheon on Saturday for all the players and cheerleaders and coaching staff, so that makes that a nice thing. And it's a great place to have a big team meeting in March of every year when we bring all the players and officials from Shriners Children's to speak to the youngsters and young adults, I should say, that are part of this game.
This is the premier high school athletic event for the state of Maine. We're talking over 140 all-star football players and cheerleaders from over 60 high school programs from across the state that are participating. Bernie, can you tell us what it means to this area and to these kids to be involved in such a special event?
Yeah, I think it's obviously a great opportunity. We have young people who play their whole football career or cheerlead their whole seasons, who are part of this game and have often competed against some of the players that they'll actually be playing with on the same team this time around. So it's an opportunity for them to interact at a week-long camp. We have the boys are up at Hampton Academy, and the girls are over at Central Maine Community College doing some work over there. Mm-hmm. So,
and Bernie, this event seems to get bigger and better every year. And I know you have some new stuff that you'd like to share for this year as well.
Right. I mean, obviously from a financial standpoint, we have increased dramatically over the last few years, and the statewide support for this event has grown immensely. And it's just really, really taken off. The amount of enthusiasm and the amount of, I would say, commitment that the young people have to supporting Shriners Children's is really phenomenal. I mean, they obviously get the reason why at the team meeting in March, but then as they progress through the spring into the early summer, they oftentimes hear other stories from other family members who are connected to Shriners and have received care at Shriners. So it's really something that they get heavily involved in. And then obviously this week we'll be following that up with some additional information and, again, thanking them for their commitment. It's I am expecting that this is going to be a record year for fundraising for us. And the money that we raised after our expenses goes directly to Boston and to New England, Shriners New England, which is the two closest hospitals that we have to service children here in Maine.
Wow, that is great news all the way around. Can you kind of take us through game day? This year you have activities for young people. You have a very special guest coming to sing the national anthem as well.
Right, yeah. So, to start off, we're going to open the gates at 1 o'clock, and it is an opportunity to come in and go around the field and do some activities with us as we prepare for the game itself. We've tried to involve people, young people especially, between 6 and 9, getting them acquainted with what Shriners are about, but also giving them an opportunity to have a little bit of fun. Sometimes young people show up at a game and they're looking for some place to go get a football and throw it around while the game is waiting to start. So we took that and we've tried to expand that into a festivities area. So we have some events for kids to actually participate, either as cheerleaders. Our Cheerleaders Alumni Association is running a portion of this. And then we've actually worked with the Police Athletic League of Androscoggin County, which is working with us to actually promote healthy things for kids. And they're going to be working with us on some of the activities on the football side. And that'll be followed by a walk that will start at about 1:45. And we'll do 4 laps around the track at Lewiston High School. And then on each lap, we'll have a person step out from the crowd, and they'll explain what it is that Shriners did for them or their family. And it's a great opportunity to hear some very heartfelt stories about what Shriners means to these people from Maine. They're Maine people. Right. This isn't people from away. These are people who live here and get services from both locations. And
I think Boston Bruins fans will be familiar with the gentleman that is going to be singing the national anthem. That is Todd Angeli, who sings the anthem at every Bruins home game. Right. And now we have him here in Lewiston, Maine, to sing the anthem for one of our premier sporting events.
Right. I mean, we continually strive to make this the premier high school event in the state of Maine. Obviously, there's a lot of work that goes into this. There's a committee that works all year round to put this together. We work closely with the city of Lewiston to make sure that this thing goes off without a hitch. And it's just a great opportunity for this area to host something like this. And we appreciate all that they do for us here locally.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Bernie, but for the first time in 36 years, folks that cannot attend the live game at Lewiston High School will be able to watch it on TV.
Right. So this year we've actually engaged with a Maine Public Broadcasting, PBS, and they will actually be broadcasting the game live on PBS. And it's also going to be a game that's similar to what we see during the tourney actions for basketball. It's similar in that they're going to have a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, and they're going to have a lot of interviews with folks. A number of interviews will be done prior to the game so that they can kind of get the flavor of why these young people are participating in this event.
I want to go back to Shriners Children's for a minute. Can you just tell us who they serve and what that network is made of?
Yeah, so we're not a general hospital. We're a specialty hospital. So a lot of people think, well, I can just have my kid go to Shriners. But we, from our very beginning, we really focused on, in the early 1920s, we focused on what then was polio. And it resulted in a number of young folks having some very severe disabilities. And we focused on basically things that would work on limbs and bones and things like that. And that's been true. And obviously then in the 1950s, they found a cure for polio. And as a result of that, we've been able to transition to other things. And the list would be way too long for me to even begin to remember, but I can tell you that there are a number of things that we do for young people that are on the cutting edge of things that can help children live better lives, and that's our goal. It is about quality of life for us. We may not be able to cure things that we treat, but we strive to have advancements in their ability to have a quality of life.
Mm-hmm. One of the things I love about the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic is it engages the players and the cheerleaders in fundraising for the hospitals.
Right.
That has to hold a lot of significance to them to raise money for such a great cause and then go out and participate in the event.
One of the things that we try to do is we try to instill upon these high school seniors the importance of commitment to a cause, right? And the cause is, in this case, Shriners Children's. And we bring in children who have needed our help in the past to instill in them what it is that and why it is that they're playing. I mean, we have 2 young men who will be co-captains of the honorary captains, I would say, of the football team. And we have a young girl who's coming in to be an honorary captain of the cheerleading squads. So we're trying to instill in them that this is a face, this is a person, this is what they've faced as challenges, and there'll be others, some other children who will be there as well, but there'll also be adults who will be sharing their experiences, similar to what we have done with them during their team meeting in March.
Bernie, what's it like for you on game day? Do you kind of try to just take in the whole event? Are you worried about what's going on? Make sure everything's running smoothly. What is it like?
That's not my job.
No.
My job is really kind of twofold. One is that we really try to run the festivities area, and we really try to talk about what it is that our hospitals do. So we will have a area set up to do the walk in the festivities area, and that'll transition over into a membership area as well as a hospital area where we'll have opportunities for people to discuss with them what it is that we do and how we do it. I mean, one of the things that we're doing here in Lewiston now is that we are having actually screening clinics for children to come to Kora Shrine on the first Saturday of every month and see whether or not they qualify for services at Shriners. And it could be Shriners. One of the things we do is we don't necessarily need to send just Boston and New England. We can go to Philadelphia, we can go to North Carolina, we can go to, worst case scenario, we could actually go to California. I mean, we have many, many locations that specialize in different things, and depending upon what it is that the child has, we would get them to there. We have a transportation fund that takes care of that.
How can our listeners support the mission of Shriners Children's?
I guess two things is that I would suggest that they take a look at our website, MaineShrineLobsterBowl.com, and that will give them some great information. Certainly, if you go to Shriners Children's or Shriners International, you'd be able to get some really good information about what it is that we do. I think most people have at some point in time seen our commercials on TV, but sometimes we think, well, that must be somewhere else. Well, it's not somewhere else. It's actually here in Maine.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Looking for a vehicle but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side. We are joined on the phone right now by standout running back, wide receiver, and defensive back for Oak Hill High School, PJ Smith. PJ, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. First of all, PJ, what did it mean to you to be selected to participate in the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic?
Well, it really meant a lot to me. Honestly, it was really an honor because growing up, we see all the high schoolers, all the big kids going to the Lobster Bowl, and that was like the ultimate thing of recognition, and that was the guy to be. you wanted to be just like him. And being able to be here myself is really, really like a surreal feeling and just something that I always dreamt of growing up.
How did you find out that you were selected?
One of my coaches, actually, he texted me a few months ago. It was around the beginning of the year. Texted me that I was selected and that I had to go to the meeting back in the winter, and I was beyond hype. I was so excited for it. It was an unreal feeling.
Does it have special significance for you to participate in an event that is dedicated to such a great cause like Shriners Children's?
Oh, most definitely. Playing sports growing up was probably my favorite thing ever to do, was just being out, running around, playing sports. And just to think that there's some people that don't have that opportunity is really heartbreaking to me. And the fact that I get to play in a game that's dedicated to them, to help them, is really, really an honor.
And you've played some sports in your high school days, didn't you, outside of football?
Yeah, I played basketball and lacrosse as well.
Do you have a favorite?
Definitely football.
Definitely football. And
100%.
Which side of the ball do you prefer to be on?
It's kind of in the air. I'd say offense most of the time. I feel like it's more fun to score than to stop scoring, but, love defense too. I just love playing football in general.
So what are you going to be playing on Saturday?
I'll be at safety on Saturday.
Can you kind of take us through your Oak Hill football career and kind of give us a few highlights or memories that really stick out to you?
Yeah, so I started in third grade. That was my first year. We did all right, had an okay season. And then the year after, fourth grade, I feel like that's when I really stepped up. That's when I started being a much better player. We won the championship that year. And then my fifth grade year, we also won the championship. Sixth grade, that year, we did pretty good. We didn't win the championship, but we made it pretty far. Seventh grade, that was the COVID year, so we didn't have anything. Eighth grade, we made it to the championship, but we lost. That year was really fun, though. That was probably my favorite year out of all of them. Freshman year, the team wasn't that good, but it was still a really fun year. And then sophomore year, that was probably my second favorite year because that was just my favorite team to be around. We did really good that year, made it to the second round of playoffs, but it was a really fun year. Junior year, that was probably my favorite year of high school. We did really good. Everyone, that felt like the closest team we had. Everyone just felt like it was just a brotherhood on that team.
Yeah.
Everything came together right. It was really good. And then senior year was also really fun. It kind of sucked though. Senior year, you want to make it out with, everyone wants to win the state championship their senior year, but we couldn't get it done. But it was still a really good year and a really good way to end it off.
Yeah, and you had a heck of a career. You were named to the 2025 Sun Journal All-Region football team. Was that a surprise to you, or was it expected?
It was kind of expected. I worked really hard in the off season. I always worked hard every game, every practice, gave it 100%. So it was kind of something I expected to get, but it was still really, really an honor to get something, a recognition like that.
And you're in training camp right now for the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic. What is it like for you to look around and see former opponents now as teammates?
Well, it was definitely a little weird at first. Some of these guys I'd be suiting up against, bumping heads with regular season. But now that we've all come together, we've really gotten a lot closer. I feel like playing against each other it gives us a connection already. So most of the guys I played against are some of my closer friends here. And yeah, it's pretty nice.
Can you kind of take us through your training camp experience so far, PJ? It's something that a lot of us will never be able to experience.
Oh, yeah, it's some of the most fun stuff of my life, honestly. We wake up early, go eat breakfast, have practice. After that, we have a couple hours, hang out. Everyone's hanging out, all messing around, joking around. You get a bunch of teenage boys all around each other. We're going to mess around a bunch. It's all fun. And then we'll have our midday practice, lunch and everything. And then a couple more hours. Normally after the midday practice is where things really pick up. That's when people start. We're all hanging out in the lodge, playing Madden, playing college football, 2K, all just around each other, bonding and everything. And then dinner, the night practice. And then after the night practice, everyone kind of starts settling in. Some people hanging out in the common areas, a lot of people just hanging out in their rooms, getting ready for bed, showering, whatever. It's really fun. Like every minute of the day is always something going on, and it's so fun.
Whereabouts are you? Where is training camp?
We're up in Dover, Foxcroft.
Gotcha. Another question for you, PJ, is we are days away from kickoff now. It's coming up on Saturday on the campus of Lewiston High School. I'm curious what you are like on game day. What do you like an hour before kickoff?
I'm normally trying to lift up my teammates, get everyone. I try and bring everyone's energy up, get everyone going, try and get everyone hyped, get the music turned up. I want everyone to be on 100 as soon as game time comes.
Bernie, do you have any questions for?
I think just PJ, how about the coaching staff? What's that like to have some of the top coaches in the state of Maine? This week.
It's really great. When these guys point something out, they know what they're talking about. Like they tell you, oh, step here instead of here. You're definitely going to want to listen to them because they're the best of the best. It's really great to be surrounded by all these really good coaches, have all their help. Really makes the whole getting back in the swing of football and getting better so much easier.
The coaching staff who volunteer their time up there for this week as well and during the game and spend a lot of time prior to the game putting this together, as well as the Board of Governors, they deserve a big thank you too, and it's always nice to include them as part of this process in my mind.
Thanks for sharing that, Bernie. PJ, what's next for you after high school?
I'm going to CM for HVAC.
You will never be unemployed, my friend.
Nope.
That's for sure. Great choice there.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
PJ, before we let you go, we close out every podcast with 3 random questions. Are you up for it?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. PJ, if there was a montage of highlights from your football career, what song is playing?
I'd probably go with maybe like Super Gremlin by Kodak Black.
All right.
That's one of my favorite hype songs.
Nice. Okay. If not football, what sport would you be playing?
Oh, lacrosse, 100%.
Lacrosse. It's like hockey on grass, isn't it?
Yeah, so much fun.
I love it. It's a lot of fun to watch, too. All right, PJ, and final question for you. How would you describe your perfect pizza?
Oh, you just got to go with the good old-fashioned pepperoni. A little bit of ranch on the side to dip it in.
Classic.
Yeah.
PJ Smith of Oak Hill High School, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
And best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
See you Saturday, PJ.
Great kid right there, Bernie.
You got it. They're all great.
Yeah.
They're working for a big cause. That's the important piece.
We certainly appreciate PJ Smith calling in and giving us an inside look as to what it's like at training camp for the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic and what he's like heading up to game day. Because, folks, it is fast approaching.
It is. It's really a celebration of the hard work that these young people do every year, but it's also a celebration of the work that the Board of Governors do and the Shriners do here in the state of Maine to pull this off year after year. After 36 years, this game still has interest, and that says it right there.
And where can folks go to get more information about the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic and tickets?
They can go to mainshrinelobsterbowl.com and get their tickets and information about the activities that are going on there, from the walkathon to the active festivities area to who's playing and who the cheerleaders are. All that information is right on that website, and it's a great opportunity to get a little bit of history about the game, but also an opportunity to see what's going to happen on Saturday.
Always a pleasure, Bernie. Thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you, Mark.
And thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you would like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.